Hello and welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities Tarot. My name's Rochelle and I am doing a reading in honor of the the full moon, come on brain, the full blood moon lunar eclipse that just happened this morning as I'm doing this. It is March 3rd. And it happened at 3:33 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. In fact, the moon wanted me to be awake, and the eclipse wanted me to be awake for it when it was happening. So I was awakened at roughly 3:30. Yeah. So anyway, yeah. So the spread I'm doing is specifically for this. So I'm just gonna dive in. I just put some prosperity dust on the table. I'm gonna start with some these things. Oh, it's gonna be one of those days. Prepare for a little glitchiness. Angel cards. Integrity. There's an angel with a star on its heart. Getting into integrity and what that even means. Harmony. Aw, we have three angels singing together. Integrity and harmony. I mean, to be in harmony with others, with the world, with the energies, it makes sense that we would need to be in integrity with all the things, right? So, anyway, we're gonna, okay, so where am I starting? Life, what's going on right in this moment? Life in this moment. Where are you at in this moment? What is life looking like? I just grabbed my Osho Zen tarot. King. I accidentally said queen last time. King of water. Healing. Oh, that's a good one to start with. And we've got water signs there. Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Completion. This is the World card. This is fixed signs. Aquarius, Leo, Scorpio, and Taurus. And creativity. Wow, we've got the Empress, Taurus, and Libra. For me as a reader, also Virgo. Wow. Wow, this is big. This is cool. So yeah, this is you've done a tremendous amount of healing, and there's this huge heart opening. And through this healing, it has helped you to find that final puzzle piece that either you were searching for or you weren't, but you got it anyway. And suddenly the everything is clear. Everything makes sense. You've completed a cycle. And so now with this completion, you're able to really lean into to your intuition. There's a creative energy that is building in you, or has been building through this healing, and maybe you're feeling inspired. You're getting like these creative downloads. You're just wanting to put your energy into something that feels fulfilling and joyful. Yeah, feeling super inspired and connected to the elements and the world around you. And there's a your intuition. It's like your intuition is, here we see the hand over the head. It's like the healing that you've gone through has awakened much like I was awakened this morning. It's awakened your intuition. And so this is, I sometimes talk about the intuition is our direct line to the universe, to spirit, to the greater energies around us, within us, really. I always do that. I'm like, the universe out there, and it's like, no, it's in here. We are a blueprint of the greater thing, right? What's the quote? It's like, we are the drop in the ocean, and we also contain the entire ocean. Anyway, yeah, a lot of watery emotional things going on here. So this is gorgeous. Because you're in a really good place. Where to look to find truth in your life? Where can you look to find truth in your life? What? I need to think about what deck. Okay. I put it here. I'm going to use my Angel Tarot. It's just the major arcana, because the person who gave it to me, for some strange reason, got rid of the minors. I would never do that with my decks. My decks are sacred. You cannot throw cards away. What are you doing? Anyway, but that's okay. In this moment, it works. Where to look to find truth in your life? Ooh, we've got the Magician. So we've got Virgo again, also Gemini, Archangel Raziel. You are ready. You have the resources or the ability to manifest them. Life is magical. Life is magical. Look to the magic. Look to the miraculous. And I sometimes talk about real world magic. What I call that it's hard to say, real world magic. Like synchronicities and serendipities, and like, how things will just happen or align, and it's just like, whoa. Okay. I've been having a lot of those lately. It's been really cool. So anyway, look to the magic to find the truth. And really the magic is you. You have all that you need to manifest what you want. And the resources. That's a part of this Empress energy. Ooh, powerful. The Wheel, Archangel Michael. A time of positive change. A situation suddenly moves forward. Fortune is on your side. Yep, look to the magic. Look to, everything's lining up for you. And this is leaning into that. I keep thinking or getting like waiting for the other shoe to drop. Like that might have been your previous kind of mindset or your expectations, and it's like when you lean into the magic, there's an inherent trust that everything's going to work out, that the universe has your back, and as long as you hold that, keep that in your pocket, hold on to that understanding, it's all just going to keep going. And that's not to say there won't be bumps along the way. That's just being human. That's life. But when you maintain that understanding that everything happens for you, not to you, then it's like even the bumps are like, oh, okay, here's another opportunity. Here's another chance for me to remember that I'm being taken in a certain direction. Clearly there must be something I need to learn. Release. Archangel Azrael, number 13. This is death. Scorpio energy again. The end of a phase or situation. Spiritual transformation. Time to move on. Yeah. See, that's where this completion comes in. You're moving on from whatever phase you were in, you have learned the lessons. You have, I mean, the Empress is the ultimate glow up. I keep saying it. There's like collectively, there is such a massive glow up happening. And it's so interesting that it is happening in a time where there's such tremendous unrest and big, painful things happening all around the world. And maybe it's because of that it's like collectively we're all kind of, it's like the seeing beyond the illusion. We're somehow gaining access to a bigger perspective, to understanding that none of this makes sense. It doesn't have to be this way. How do we as a collective, those of us who want to who want to manifest a better world to live in for everyone, how do we go about doing that? Well, it starts with us, right? It starts with creating our doing our best to lean into the magic and create that happy little bubble. But I want to be very clear here. I'm not talking about toxic positivity. I'm not talking about pretending that things aren't happening. What's the word? Spiritual bypassing. It is about taking the spiritual understanding and grounding it in the reality that we live in, and taking those steps, those physical, using our resources and our ability to manifest to really create heaven on earth, right? And also a part of that is being patient and understanding with our own selves when we fly off the handle, when we get discombobulated. I did a reading recently where I was very discombobulated. It's, we're complex. Humans are very complex beings, and we just kind of got to learn to go with it rather than fight it. And I think that's part of the new paradigm. Okay, so amazing here. This is amazing. Okay, something that your intuition is whispering to you. What is your intuition whispering to you right now? Okay, numerology deck. What is your intuition whispering to you right now? We've got creativity again. You are meant to create something. It's like you're being awakened to the fact that you were put on this planet to create something, maybe a lot of things. There's something within you that is wanting to be made, how do I say it? There's a thought that wants to turn into matter, turn into something that is tangible in some way. And and you're gonna, I feel like you're gonna know what that is, or it's gonna come to you if you're not really sure yet. Rebirth. 16, what comes after death? Rebirth. It's part of the cycle. You have closed out a cycle. You've completed something, and this is turning things in your favor. And this rebirth is, that's kind of what a glow up looks like, right? It's like, it's a new you, tapping into this really core, this essence of yourself in a whole new way, more than ever. Maybe this is something that you haven't been in touch with before. Everyone's gonna kind of, relate to this a little bit differently, but there's a rebirth happening here for sure. What is your intuition whispering to you? Personal growth. Rebirth, personal growth, glow up. Yeah. Yep. All right. All right. So, what can you set in motion for your future? Oh, with the Queen of the Moon Oracle. What can you set in motion for your future? Surrender. 26. Oh, and we have 2 sevens here, by the way, which is number of spirituality, introspection, and yeah, all tied to personal growth. Yeah. So okay. So, what you can set in motion for your future? We have surrender, which I think goes along with what I was saying about trusting in the universe, in that greater power, greater energy, sovereignty. 41. This is standing in your power. This is knowing yourself inside and out. It's having strong boundaries. It's having clear sight of who you are, what's important to you, and not being willing to compromise. This is tied to this integrity with yourself. When you know yourself, when you are able to quietly and confidently hold yourself, hold your energy, it becomes irrelevant what others do. It's like there's not a defensiveness anymore. We get defensive when we feel threatened. But when we are confident and sure, it doesn't, things don't feel threatening the way they did. There's an ease, there's an ability to work with what is, even if it looks any number of ways that aren't comfortable, that are painful. There's something about holding on to, surrendering to the universe, surrendering to what is, surrendering to the direction that you are being led, and knowing that you have the ability to stand firmly within that journey, where you're being taken, I guess, by the universe. And we have change. 35. Yep. Change. Changes. Yeah. Okay. Just okay. Just really feeling this right now. This is really, really cool. Okay, higher information. What's the higher information that's coming through for you? I mean, I feel like we've already kind of touched upon that, but higher information. This one? Yeah, I'm going to go with Guides of the Hidden Realms. What's the higher information coming through for you right now? What is holy? What is true? Appreciation, witnessing the unmerited gift of grace. Number 14. Which breaks down to a 5. Also a number of change. What is holy? What is true? Appreciation, appreciating the journey. Because it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. Appreciating what you have been through that has gotten you to this place. You're really seeing where you're going to be very soon, very, very soon. How it was, everything that has happened has been a piece of the puzzle. And you couldn't have had, it's like you couldn't have the full picture without all of those things, all of those experiences. And appreciating, witnessing your own rise, witnessing others as they rise. And the unmerited gift of grace. This is a part of the magic. It's like the universe is, this is the good fortune. Because you are in alignment, you have gotten yourself into alignment through all this work that you have put into yourself, through all this healing that you've done. It might feel unmerited, but you have earned every little bit of grace that is coming to you. Zenith at the peak. Victory, achievement, tangible abundance. Number 2. Fortune is on your side. Victory, achievement, tangible success. This is amazing. You're getting information about how to use your resources and your amazing manifesting abilities to create something that is tangibly successful. There's going to be no denying it. And we've got death reclaims a life. Death, letting go, the sacred quality of death, natural endings, and grief. Yeah. We have a letting go. That a part of the healing has been this process of letting go, of letting parts of ourselves die that aren't relevant anymore, that have held us back more than have helped us. The sacred quality of death. And I think that's really something here to look at as well. Is that, I just saw 22:22 on the timer. In our culture, at least I'll just speak as an American here. United States of American. There are many Americans, South Americans, Central Americans, Canadian. No, they are part of North America. Anyway, semantics. As a person who lives in the U.S., there's a sort of a taboo around death and how it is dealt with. And, there's not time allowed for the grieving process. Not a lot, like say, in the workplace. There's an expectation of, aren't you over it yet? Even though it might have only been like a little while, and the whole grief thing, like grief happens in its own time. And I have not had to deal with a great loss of someone close to me, someone who has actually died. Of course, my grandparents have died. I've had kind of death on the periphery. So, but I do know people who have experienced it deeply over and over again. And people talk about how you never really get over it. It's like, I think I heard it described once as death being like losing someone you love is like the pain of it never goes away, but the container to hold the pain just grows and increases. So it's not such an acute pain. But there. Anyway, so my whole point is sacred quality of death is really like allowing oneself, and this isn't just physical death, of course. This is, the parts of ourselves that have to transition. The relationships in our lives that sometimes, it's like, it's time to move on. It's time to end that connection. It happens in any number of ways, big and small. And so it's just honoring that, the process that that comes along with that transition. And that's a part of the human aspect. We need to honor our grief and allow it to happen in its own time. And that's and that is a part of what's happening here. This is the higher information that's coming through about this. Recognizing the sacred quality. And just looking at my numbers. We have 3. So the creativity is partially kind of this rebirth, and this creativity that's coming out of that rebirth is tied to the sacred quality of death, is tied to the fact that you have allowed yourself to grieve. But it's being taken to a whole new level. You've graduated in some way. But once you graduate, that starts the cycle over. And then you start at the beginning again. But now you're at it's like you've gone up the spiral. Yeah. Okay. Did I finish that thought? Yeah, good enough. How is this lunar eclipse? Oh, and by the way, this lunar eclipse, full blood moon lunar eclipse is in Virgo too, which we've had come up. How is this changing you? Or how will it change you? Ooh, Kitty knows. Kitty, which deck do I use? How will this lunar eclipse change you? Let me go to my radical abundance. How is this changing you, or how will it change you? Play. Maybe, is your creativity tied to music somehow? Are you going to learn how to play an instrument? Or learn to compose? Or, I don't know. But, play, there's different kinds of play too. This is a part of the harmony. Maybe you like to sing. Sing with others. There's something about the collaboration here. Playing because it's fun. Being in harmony with others. Because the sound is richer when there are more elements in the mix. And it's fun. There's fun here. It's like it's like I just got Joker. Why so serious? It's like not taking yourself and life so seriously. There's a levity, brevity, some kind of evity. There's a lightning. There's a buoying kind of feeling. And being in connection with people who might seem very different, but somehow you come in together. It's like there's a what's the word? Come on, brain. The starts with an S. Sounds like, I don't know. I can't think of the word. It's a oh my God. My brain. It's fine. You might know. It's when the whole is greater than the parts. The sum of the whole is greater than the parts. Anyway. Cheer. Play and cheer. There's so much fun here. It's like realizing What's that quote? Like we don't get out of this alive, so we might as well stop taking things so seriously. Stop taking ourselves so seriously. It's serious, but it's not. This is the bubble. This is the happy bubble I was talking about in this crazy world of ours. Because when we're feeling good, when we are bringing up our vibration, our energetic vibration, that is affecting the entire world because we are all energetically connected. And we, by being in this kind of positive energy, we are affecting those around us in a more tangible way. And that creates a ripple effect. When we smile at others, they are more likely to continue that, to smile, carry that smile on. Think like, driving, for example. Sometimes, doesn't always happen, but sometimes if people have been waiting for a while and you stop and you let someone in, then the person behind you is going to stop and let someone in. It's people are like, oh yeah, let's be kind to our fellow humanoids and humans and other beings, because animals are absolutely included in that. Expression. You're learning how to express yourself and feeling very confident about doing it. If that's yelling at 4 a.m. and waking up the neighbors, who cares? No, but see, being in integrity, you're like, okay, I know when to let my neighbors sleep. I know when to, be kind to my fellow whoever, because, like, I know how it feels and how would I want to be treated. Or 3:33 in the morning. But there's this new ability to express yourself, or express yourself more authentically, maybe, and to shout things from the rooftops. This is who I am. I am happy and I want to share it with the world, and I want to, come together with those I love and have a great time, and we're all doing this. I just got doing this dance together. There's dancing, there's playing, there's music, there's joy, there's fun, there's, oh yeah, singing. We really need Kitty right now. That's what she was doing. She was singing for us. All right, this is good. How am I gonna end this? I'm gonna go with Beyond Lemuria. Ooh. Okay. She has a star above her head. She's got a big, beautiful, I don't know what kind of flower it is, big tropical flower at her heart, kind of between her heart and her throat. And there's a lot of white, kind of purity. Trust your inner sense. Sometimes it can be hard to decipher between intuition and what our mind is telling us. Stories, projections, or fear can arise under the guise of intuition. To distinguish truthful inner guidance from paranoia, we must return to innocence, to our purest essence. Here we have access to the truth of our being. Honesty is more than not lying to yourself. It is also about not withholding and having deep transparency within yourself. Learn to trust and be absolutely honest with yourself. So this is, this is a part of the surrender, is surrendering to the trust. Surrender to your intuition, to that deep inner knowing, and trusting yourself. I think that's a part of what this healing has done, is it's helped you to heal where you have made decisions that have caused you to not trust yourself. You know, and really kind of you have developed this very personal relationship with yourself. Or continue to be in the process of that. And so learn, yeah, really like leaning into, like, when you're sovereign, you are able to trust yourself because you know yourself, like I was saying. In your heart of hearts, you hold the answers. Notice the first thoughts you have before you second guess yourself. Listen and honor these. And that's a part of having integrity. Honoring yourself also naturally extends to honoring others. Anybody who judges, condemns, is harsh with, and yes, I have my moments too, but it really is a reflection of what's going on within themselves. Our greatest critic is ourselves with ourselves. If someone is judging you harshly, they're judging themselves way more harshly. But when we are kind and easy with ourselves, when we really become our own best friend, then, you know, we naturally allow grace for others, the unmerited gift of grace. And that's all, it's like you're being remolded in such a beautiful way. Very, very much a butterfly transformation. I'll say moth too, because you know, the moth is it's very much connected to the spiritual world. It's the deeper and kind of intuitive. The moth is you know, it's nocturnal and it's always reaching for the light. So anyway, I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your full blood moon lunar eclipse, wherever you are in the world. And I will see you on the next video.